The first challenge was Hide and Zeke, or as Ezekiel liked to say, Hide and Zeke. One team of campers had time to hide while the others tried to find the opposite team, the losing team resulting in a player being booted off the island. Courtney, Duncan, Katie, Sadie, Izzy, Lindsay, Ezekiel, Ava, Tyler, Jeff, and DJ. You'll be hiding, and the rest of you will be seeking, Chris exclaimed. Chris exclaimed with a smug look on his face. By now they could all tell it was just Chris's resting face, as he always had an evil grin on his face. No matter how hurt or bad things got, unless the ratings were hurt, they all went to hide. By now things had gotten awkward with a few campers, and they all gotten to know each other. How they were, what happened to them in the last couple of years, etc. Courtney had gone to hide near the cliff where the first challenge was as Duncan followed her. He missed her and deeply regretted what he had done to her. Izzy had gone in the woods, swinging from vine to vine. Katie and Sadie went near the docks. They had watched Toldozrama Island before this and found Lashana had done well under the water in the previous hide and seek, and, well, Jeff and DJ had gone to the cave where the first Guys Alliance had formed. It brought back memories that both boys appreciated a lot. Lindsay and Tyler both went their separate ways. After all, they had broken up due to Lindsay forgetting his name in front of his parents. They had both still not let go of each other fully, but Lindsay had a new partner back home. Ezekiel was a very good hider, being able to hide until late at night. Everyone else was eventually found, although nobody knew where Izzy or Ezekiel were. Nobody knew how good Ezekiel was at this game. He may have been homeschooled, but that didn't stop him from having amazing hiding skills. However, his team had won. Ezekiel got up from underneath the cabin and went to the confessional. On his way, a mysterious figure lurked behind him, almost mimicking his moves perfectly, like a mirror. Then he turned around. "Who is that?" Ezekiel asked, confused. It was dark. He couldn't see. And soon, he couldn't see at all. He was dragged back to his hiding spot. He cried and screamed as he had seen the Charl weapon being held above him. He was torn apart, cutting off his legs and arms first. He could feel all his limbs quickly detaching, until he could no longer feel anything at all. Each limb was hidden in different parts of the island. It was clear they were not welcome. Chris had come across an arm. It was his arm. The homeschool boy. The boy he had tormented on the show. The boy he can no longer torment. It was a sign. Chris and his crew had immediately packed up and fled. They all watched as the only form of transportation had left. They had no idea what was going on, what was happening. Were they just left to die here? No one knew. They all decided to go to sleep. Hide and seek was tiring. They all looked for Ezekiel. He must be really good at hiding. He was still nowhere to be found, until he was found. His head stared into Jeff's soul. He didn't deserve this. "Guys, look! I think Chris left us here for a reason," Jeff said slowly. Everyone rushed to see what he was talking about, and he was right. Chris had led them all to die, and the first victim was Ezekiel Miller. And Owen, Noah and Cody, Katie and Sadie, of course, and the rest just decided to stick together.